On your whiteboard, please tell me, who is the first civilization to rise in Mesopotamia? Good. Who is it, Sadie? Sumerians. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the first book in history? What is the name of the first book in history? If you don't know, you better be flipping through your notes and trying to, because I do not have tolerance for people just staring at me, staring at you. Good. What is it, Jackson? There you go. Epic of Gilgamesh. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the first city in the world? What is the name of the first city in the world? Good. Avery. There you go. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the first legal code in the world? Good. Vendela. Hammurabi's code. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the top tier of the caste system? You don't know, you better be looking. No. You're getting rocked and you better figure it out. Luke. Brahmins. Very nice. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what are my 3 Chinese dynasties in order? Period 1. Good. Shivani. Xia, Shang, Zhao. On your whiteboard, please tell me my 3 civilizations in the Indus River in order, please. Don't worry, everyone else behind you is doing the same thing. Good. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. 4. 5. Only 5. 6. No. Second one's a city. Good. Who are they, Avery?
Oh, the Jordans, the Harpies, and the Aryans.
There you go. On your whiteboard, the Aryans write a religious text. What is the name of that religious text? By the way, Alex, by you not grabbing an eraser, you're smudging my board, and that's going to be gross. Right? So what should you have grabbed?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because no one's going to want a board that's just been smudged all over. Can we agree?
Yeah.
Pass that over to him, Ben. Thank you, Ken. Good. What is it, Sadie? The Vedas. On your whiteboard, tell me what the most important Veda is. Some of you are getting rocked. Some of you are getting rocked. Some of you are getting rocked. And if you're getting rocked by these simple questions, you need to review your notes every night, correct? Yes? What is it, Natalie?
The Rig Veda.
The Rig Veda. On your whiteboard, what is the name of the only infrastructure the Mesopotamians were able to build? Because you will never have this much time of review before a test, and some of you are going to struggle when we get going here. Chloe. Ziggurat. Perfect. All right. So, tomorrow I'm going to finish your notes. It's only going to take me like 7 minutes to finish the ancient American civilizations because we don't have any information about them. So, they're very short. Then we're going to start reviewing for your test. Now today we're also going to start reviewing for your test, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at your multiple choice in the back of your book. Now if you happen to have your book, great, take it out. If you don't have your book, I'm going to be showing it to you up here, so you're going to be completely fine anyway. So you don't need to have a book, but if you have a book, I'm on page 41. If you don't have a book, there's no reason to panic because I'm going to show it to you here in a second anyway, so everything's going to all work out. Because I don't want you bringing them to school all the damn time anyway. All right, so this year, of course, this is a brand new book. This is a brand new course that I've been working on all summer, getting ready for you guys. Now, the reason why I chose this book than the book everyone else in Hillsborough County is using is for 2 reasons. A, it's actually pretty user-friendly. Can we agree? It's easy to read. They make very strong connections. They're saying exactly what they mean. And I appreciate that the author's not trying to tell you they're smarter than you, because a lot of textbooks they are. The second reason, and the really more important reason is because they have the weekly practice of stimulus-based multiple choice. Now, what is the difference between a multiple choice question and a stimulus-based question? Peyton.
Stimulus makes you think hard.
It does make you think hard, but what makes a stimulus question different than a multiple choice? Maggie.
It's like taking like a fact and like applying to something else. It's not like direct. It's like
Okay, it's a little more complicated because of what? What does it usually start with? Because it's a stimulus, which means it has to be something. What is a stimulus? Luke. Yeah, it's usually an excerpt. So, for instance, on page 41, the first 3 questions we're going to be looking at today is going to be 2 excerpts. Then if you turn the page, we're looking at 2 pictures. Those are stimuluses. Okay? So in order to answer the questions 1 through 3, you have to read both of the stimuluses, and the questions are going to be comparing, contrasting the stimuluses, and including outside evidence. Stimulus-based questions are the hardest of the multiple choice questions because to answer the questions, you need to have more information than what the prompts provide. They're tricky, they're hard, and your AP exam is full of 55 of them. Now, the good thing-ish about, especially for AP stimulus questions, that they are collections. What is a collection? Okay, you will notice that you have 2 primary sources you have to read, then the collection of 3 questions to answer about those 2 prompts. It's called a collection of stimulus. Does that make sense? So, on your AP exam, you will have between 6 collections to 9 collections. Okay? So we don't know exactly how many types of stimulus you're going to have, but that means that they're going to have a stimulus where they have multiple questions stemmed off of it. That's what a collection is. They're harder because, especially on AP, these aren't as bad as AP. They build. So if you get question 1 wrong, guess what? You're probably going to get question 2 wrong. And there's pretty much not a shot in hell you're going to get question 3 wrong. Right, correct? They kind of build off each other. Now, these ones aren't as bad. However, the most important thing that we can do is practice. Now, we're going to practice doing multiple choice, not every single week, but I thought this week especially is a good week. This is your first week. You have your first multiple choice test on Tuesday of next week. Now, you will see there's a lot of stimulus-based questions on that test. I think I have 10. Why aren't I doing all 25? Because that's rude as hell. That's rude as hell. That's a lot of really tough questions. So you're going to see some low-level multiple choice. Who is the father of Judaism? And you will see a list of names, and you will pick Abraham, correct? You'll see some low-level multiple choice, and then you'll see some stimulus questions. So I'm not trying to crush your soul. Okay? That's true. I am working on building collections. I am redoing all my tests because I have a brand new book, right? Which means I have brand new assignments, brand new focus on brand new focus. So every week I have to evolve. So I'm trying to make collections. Are all of them going to be collections? No. That's really hard to do. Can we agree? To make good questions that are collections, they're very tricky. So the tests throughout the year are going to start off easy. You may not believe it, but your first test on Tuesday will be the easiest test of the year. And as we get to the end of the year, there will always be harder, 100% full stimulus, and a heavy amount will be collections. Luke?
Do we have like writing tests?
No, we have writing weeks, which you'll be turning in essays for our grades. Payne?
Okay, will we get the entire class period?
Yes. Well, you have a do now, I collect stuff, and then you go.
Okay.
Eventually, they will be timed. Second semester, they will be timed. First semester, it's kind of like giving you the whole class. You'll have more time than you're supposed to. Second semester, as we get going, you're going to get timed because you have 55 minutes to answer 55 stimulus questions. So I need to get you down to a minute. So you'll have 25 minutes. Really, I'll give you 24 minutes to answer 25 multiple choice questions by the end of the year. Well, if we don't practice for it, are you going to be able to do it on AP Day? No. So it's not me being a slave driver. If you're going to be able to perform that way, you have to practice. So we'll start. You'll have like 35 minutes on the first test. Second test, you'll have 34 minutes of the second semester, and we'll go from there. You'll be fine. I have a 94% pass rate. Do I know how to get you there? Yes. You will be there. What?
As we go on in the course, will future tests refer back to past material?
Not really. Not really. Everything in that week is always clean and clear and done after that week. When we get to review after week 28, then we start covering everything all over again. Not like everything in crazy detail, but everything again. All right, here we go. So we're going to practice. So I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to write it on your whiteboard because sometimes it might be right and sometimes it might be wrong. Once we get the answer, where should you write the final answer? On your focus. If we're doing this, you might as well be writing down the answer so you don't have to do it later. Can we agree? All right, here we go. So, question 1. Question 1 to 3 refer to the excerpts below. If a man commits a murder, that man must be killed. 3. If a man commits a kidnapping, he is to be imprisoned and pay 15 shekels of silver. If a man knocks out the eye of another man, he shall weigh out a half a mina of silver. If a man appears as a witness and has shown to be a perjurer, he must pay 15 shekels of silver. This is from the laws of your Numa, Mesopotamia, 1200 BCE. If you had to summarize this, what would you say, Garrett?
I was just asking, did you say Code of Hammurabi was the first written code?
It is. This is not a code. Why is this not a code? Why is this not a code, Maggie? Huh? No, it could have been written down. I don't know when cuneiform came about. Why is this not a code? These are just laws. Is the United States Constitution a code? No, it's not. Okay, these are laws written down. Code of Hammurabi is a code. Why is Hammurabi's code a code? What makes it unique? Macy?
Is it because like an eye for an eye?
No. I don't know. They're killing people. They're making silver. What do you got, Claire?
Because it kind of the codes are like if this, then that.
If this, then that. If you're rich, then this happens. Does that make sense?
But they silver, so
Yes, but it's not based on social class. Remember, codes are different. Codes give you, if this is your first, like for instance, in your student code of conduct handbook, if this is your first offense, this is your punishment. If this is your second offense, this is your punishment. That's a code. These are just straight up laws. Okay? So like in my classroom, you are not allowed to cheat. That's a law, right? There's a straight up punishment. That's a law in Bennett's class. There's no, on the first time you cheat, Miss Bennett just says, don't do it again. That would be a code. On the second time you do it, it would be this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Okay. Oh, I got makeup on my book. Damn it. If anyone steal the property of a temple or the court, he shall be put to death, and also the one who receives a stolen thing from him shall be put to death. If a son strike his father, his hand shall be hewn off. If a man put out the eye of another man, his eye shall be put out. If a builder build a house for someone and does not construct it properly, and the house which he built fall in and kill its owner, then that builder shall be put to death. If a slave say to his master, you are not my master, if they convict him, his master shall cut off his ear. Law, Code of Hammurabi, Mesopotamia, 1750 BCE. First things first. Which one came first? 1 or 2? Put up a finger. Which one came first? 1 or 2? Good. I'm so glad I asked. Oh, we have a lot of wrong answers. Okay. Take a peek over here. I'm glad I asked. All right. When you are in BCE, which is in your ancient times, correct? Traditionally, it's before Christ. Yeah? What does 0 historically mean?
When he was born.
No, when he dies. Jesus dies at year 0, and this is CE or AD is after death. Yes, that's historically how we've used. We don't use those terms anymore, okay? We've changed it. It's before common error, and now it's common error, okay? We're trying to take the religion out of it. When you're in BCE, you're counting down to 0. So, if one is in 2100 BCE and the second one is in 1750, which one's older with a finger? We're counting down. Yes! Does that make sense? So 10,000 BCE, is that further away than 1750? Yes. 10,000 BCE, there's literally nothing going on. People are just wandering around. Yes? Okay. So when you're in BCE, you're counting down to 0. Okay? Once we hit 0, the death of Christ, historians just have agreed. Okay? In BCE, do we know that they're counting down? Someone asked me, well, how did they know that Jesus was going to die? In 600 BCE, how did they know the next year would be 599? Hi, sweeties. Okay, they didn't know. Historians have decided this. So when you're in BCE, you count down to 0. Once you hit 0, we start counting up. So that's why next year is going to be 2019, not 2017. We're not going backwards. We're going up. Yes.
But I thought that the Code of Hammurabi was the first law system.
It's the first law code.
So they had laws before.
Of course.
It was just the first.
Of course. Remember, Hammurabi is from what city?
I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's not Mesopotamia.
No, it's not. It's what city? He's a Babylonian, so he's from Babylon. Babylon. Okay, Sumner, first city. Guess what they have to have? Because they have the first government, correct? Okay, so he's the first law code. Law codes are the most complex law systems. That's why we give a big heads up. And the reason why we care most about Hammurabi is because his law code is going to be the foundation of all law codes until we get to the 12 tables, which will be the Romans. So his has the most influence. Now, did he obviously steal some from the laws of Ur, which is what we've labeled on our map? Yes. Did they pull some like the eye for an eye kind of thing? Yes. Okay, so there are there. In Ren's class, what do you call it when you take information from previous stuff? Huh? No. It is a what, Jackson?
Appropriation.
No. Never mind. People aren't making the connection. Never mind. All right, here we go. So, the two excerpts above best support which conclusion? On your whiteboard, you're going to write A, B, C, D. As soon as you write down the answer, show it to me. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I should see every board. Good. What is the answer, Avery and why? Hey. Okay. Now, on your AP exam, yes, true. On your weekly test, you are going to get a Scantron that looks just like this. It's 35 questions. Okay, you only have 25 questions. It looks just like this. Now, on your weekly test, you are not allowed to write on my test, ever. Why? Because I use the same test over. 157 kids don't need their own damn test. Can we agree? That's ridiculous. However, you are not allowed to write on my test, but you are allowed to write on my Scantrons. So while you are taking my test, you should be crossing off answers that are clearly wrong and help you narrow down the choice. Is everyone clear on that? This is how you denote. By filling it in completely is how you denote what answer you're selecting. So on your whiteboard, I would write A, B, C, D every single time, and I would just sit there and scratch off the answers to the questions you know cannot be it. Okay? That is what good test takers do. Now, on the actual AP exam, you are not allowed to write on the answer key, but you can destroy the test booklet. Does that make sense? So on the actual AP exam, will you be doing this, or would you just be crossing it off right here? You'll be crossing it off on here, but we're going to practice those skills. So number 2, everyone should have A, B, C, D on their board.
You can't write on the answer key on the scan.
Well, you're supposed to just denote your answer. You can't cross off this like we're doing here. Yes, you can write your answer, but you cannot just cross off all the other stuff. So, let's answer number 2, which explains why the second excerpt is more harsh than the first. So, cross off the ones that you know cannot be the answer. Circle the one you think is correct. That is good test-taking skills. Wait, you don't want to write A, B, C, D again? Arima, is that why you're doing it below?
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Good. What is the answer, Maggie? C. Okay,
Oh.
perfect. The answer is C, the growing complexity. Does anyone have a question why? Perfect. No? All right, so let's look at 3. Now, you should be writing these answers on your focus. On the last page of your focus, they have the multiple choice section. That's what we're currently filling out. So number 1 was A. Number 2 was C. I'd write that down so you don't have to do it again. Isn't that nice? All right. So let's look at number 3, please, and begin answering that question. It's nice when you own your own book. Hell yes. Now, if you own your own book, you can scratch out the hell of all the answers you don't like. I don't personally care. It's your book. Everyone should have an answer up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got every letter of the alphabet. So turn and talk to someone and discuss which one you think is the correct answer. Go. Turn and talk.
It says Mesopotamia cities did not have a high. Yeah, I think C too. Yeah, it was wrong. I guess it had you that it wasn't decentralized, but I think it
5,
was either A or D.
4, 3,
Yeah, I guess.
2, 1. On your whiteboard, please show me what your final answer is. Oh God, we have more wrong answers than we did originally. All right, we're doing okay, I guess. Okay. The answer is not A or B. So, talk to a different neighbor. It is not A or B. Talk to a different neighbor. It's either C or D. Figure it out. Vance, talk to Natalie. Vance, talk to Natalie.
I put B, but I was wrong. It's D.
I mean, the rest of the time.
5,
It was based on like
4.
social status.
Everyone should have an answer on their boards.
It was
3,
based on social status.
2, 1. The answer is D. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the blessings of a stimulus-based question. Why is the answer D? Garrett.
Okay, so there was money in the first one, right?
Yeah?
And then there were slaves in the second. So.
No. I'm so confused. And I knew the answer. I'm so confused. Jesse.
Because the Code of Hammurabi is based on like social status.
Congratulations. Yes, you needed to know the Code of Hammurabi is based on social status. Guess what is not present in either of these? Could you have looked at the Code of Hammurabi and known that it is based on social classes? Not from the context in which they provided, no. Welcome to the blessings of a stimulus-based question. It is not 100% dependent on the text they give you. You have to provide outside knowledge. So if you think just by reading whatever they give you, you're going to know everything, fake news. Because there's really no way, except for knowing that it's the Code of Hammurabi, which is social status. That's the only way you would have answered that question correctly. That is the trick with stimulus-based questions. So some people get really excited when stimulus-based questions, like on that, what the hell is your stupid test you have to take? It's not the FCAT anymore.
PSAT?
No, PSAT has been around. FSA, thank you. In the FSA, a lot of those answers are in there, correct? Okay, the answers are plainly written in the stimulus-based questions, correct? AP, no. AP, they are not. You have to provide the outside information. Yes.
So I understand why it's D, but I still don't understand why it isn't C.
It is in C because Mesopotamian society did not have highly developed legal codes. When they have, that means that they have never had a legal code at all. Did they have one?
Yeah.
Did they have it based on social classes? Was it regimented? Did they have an elder? Did they have a judiciary as well?
Oh yeah.
That's complex, man. It's not just one dude making all the calls, correct?
Yeah.
So it's complex. There you go. What do you got? Sure. No, there's no such thing as dumb question.
What is socially stratified?
Perfect. What is social stratification? What is it? What is it, Katie?
Social class?
Yeah, social classes. Fancy word for social classes. But you wouldn't have known that answer unless you knew that vocab. So, guys, you can't just say because it's stimulus-based because the answers are going to be there. This is no FCAT or whatever it is, FSA. It's not. It's AP. You have to bring your prior knowledge and you have to have that vocab. Guess what we build on a regular basis? Vocab and outside evidence. Here we go. So, questions 4 to 6 refer to the images below, just like with our primary sources, correct? What is the most important piece of information? The caption. Okay? So, this is an Olmec statue, 1200 BCE. Who are the Olmecs? They're Mesoamerica, absolutely. Okay? They're Mesoamerica. Okay, so they're in the Americas. Easter Island, 1300 CE. Where's Easter Island? Does anyone know? Maggie?
Polynesia. Isn't it like Oceania?
It's not in Oceania. No, it's not. Ben?
It's like on the Pacific civilization.
It's not. It's in the Pacific, but it's off the coast of what continent? Alex? South America. They're both American civilizations. This is obviously a what? An island. The Olmecs are located in Mexico, in the Americas, in like northern South America. All right, here we go. A historian examining the statues from the Olmec and Easter Island civilizations above would have the most evidence to support which of the following conclusions? Read your selections and make a choice. Remember, cross off the answers that are wrong. That you know that just can't be it. And once you cross it off, should you double think it? No, once you cross it off, it's dead to you. It may not always work, but if you keep going back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aiden, what is it?
B.
B. There you go. The answer is B. Okay? It can't be A. Okay, they benefit from long distance trades with other. Why didn't they? Why? What do you got, Jesse?
Well, they're like completely different time periods.
Completely different time periods for sure. One's an island, one's on land. Both civilizations disappeared due to deforestation. Are you going to know that looking at a statue? No. Both civilizations were primarily matrilineal societies. You can tell me what matrilineal is. Vendela.
It's like when it's traced to the mother. Like
There you go. And what civilization have we studied that is matrilineal? It's a religion. What religion is matrilineal? What religion goes through the mother, not the father? What do you got? Judaism is matrilineal. The Hebrews are matrilineal. Huh? What was that? 5, here we go. Which conclusion about the period 8000 BCE to 600 BCE is the most directly supported by the images above? Go through, cross off the ones you know it can't be. Select the one you know it is. Five, 4. Sorry, Sadie. I'm so sorry, darling. 3, 2, 1. Show me what you got. All right, we have some varying answers here. Turn to a neighbor. Talk to someone you haven't talked to yet. Go. You got 10 seconds. Now, if you're in Ren's class, I'm seeing him in 4th. I'm going to tell him you got this wrong. So, Ren talked about this yesterday in 4th period, so I'm assuming he talked about it in all of his other classes. So, you've got 10 seconds. If you're APR, you better be doing this. 5,
already they have time to
4, 3, 2, 1. Who in APR can explain what the answer is and why? Luke.
So I said the answer was D because if you have a surplus of agricultural products, then you can do other stuff besides just farming. and around that time they also came to like be aware of themselves and have artistic expression.
Okay, guys, look how big these freaking statues are. Do you think you have time to work a field all day and then show up at night and start carving massive heads? No. Don't you think you'd be exhausted? Hello? After working the field all day? For sure. Now, artistic expression, be careful with that. Because my sand skirt on that board is an artistic expression of sand skirt. Is it a good expression of sand skirt? No, but is it mine? Yes. So be careful with artistic expression. However, if they have a surplus of agriculture, that's really the big kicker to the key of it here. No one who farms all day is carving this much detail into rocks. It's too big, it's too exhausting, and who's got time for that? All right, nice job, Luke. All right, here we go, number 6. So the answer number 5 is D, by the way. Hopefully you're writing this down in your focus so you don't have to do it later. That makes sense. Let's do number 6. Five, 4, 3.
Wait, can I see the dates?
Sure. 2, 1. Show me what you got. Let's go. All right. You people are smarter than first period. Don't tell me I said that, though. All right. We had a huge debate about this one. Natalie, what is the answer?
I said B.
B. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
B is the foundation. Why is B the answer? You can explain it to me with some elegance here. Ben.
So if you look at the picture, it said the Olmec one was 1300 BC.
Okay.
And then
1200 BC.
1200 BC. And then this guy was 1300 CE. So that means it was around 500 years earlier. And they're both around
There you go.
the same area. So
There you go. They're both around the same area. Also, what else could have indicated that one? What else could have indicated it, Garrett?
Because the statues are on islands, Easter Islands.
Easter Island. There you go. Perfect. Nice. All right, here we go. Let's keep going then. Let's look at another collection, shall we? How exciting. Question S7. Hey, if we do it in class, guess what you don't have to do this weekend? We still have homework, I assume. But you don't have to do the questions. It'll save you a little bit of time. All right, guys, do you ever have to do the short answer questions? No, never ever. All right. Numbers 7 and 8. The earliest written documents are Sumerian wage lists and tax receipts, in which the symbol for beer, a clay vessel with a diagonal linear markings drawn inside it, is one of the most common words, along with the symbols for grain, textiles, and livestock. That is because writing was originally invented to record the collection. See ya. Have a good day, guys. You're going to have to finish the last 2. Does this kind of help going through it together?
Yeah.
Good, good. All right, guys, have a great day. If you have not finished your spice, I'd finish it today. We're going to have a really long weekend of focus and spice. Because I saw a lot of blank focuses out there, which is fine. I just hope your spices are complete. Have a good day.